Hey Leo, let's jump into your reading. So I see that this time you're going to be breaking a cycle. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly what this cycle is just yet, but I see it's a cycle or it's something that you've been doing for quite a while. You're acknowledging and recognizing a power that is within you, okay, a strength, a courage that's within you. And you're basically just learning how to be more of a Leo. Okay, so you're understanding that energy a little bit more, because I feel like that is a very misunderstood sign, you know, within the zodiac. Being a Leo myself, I can relate to that type of energy. Most of you watching this probably can relate to what I'm about to say within this reading. So let's just go ahead and jump in. There is a Pisces type of energy that is present within the blessings that you will be receiving during this time. There is an offer, you know, of spiritual help, or it could be love or an emotional support. And then we have the Fool and the Ten of Cups, so it really doesn't get much better than that. So there is something new that you're starting. Like I said, it could be a cycle, or it could just be something new that you're stepping into, dealing with your happiness, okay? Because we have the Ten of Cups here. So it really is like if you've been depressed, or if you've been like in a low vibrational setting, that stops now. If you've been kind of down and out, not knowing what's going to happen, but you keep pushing, you're not going to feel that energy of I don't know what's happening next, because it's almost like you just find a strength within you, or you recognize that that's what has been pushing you all this time. Even when you were in your lowest moments, there's something that makes you say like, you can do this, or it's saying to you, you can do this, you can do this. And that's your inner strength. That's that Leo energy. And it's so persistent even in your darkest times. And I feel like during this time, you're starting something new that really makes you happy. I think you're starting to smell the roses, or you're just appreciating life on a very different level. Okay, so there's a lot of enlightenment, I feel, internal enlightenment that is showing up for you. But I want to see, you know, in what way is this showing up? Like, what is this? What's this new thing you're starting? So we have the Hangman. So I feel like a lot of you are having a very deep connection with your spiritual understanding, your philosophy, your spiritual awareness is being heightened right now. Okay, it's also this energy of you allowing life to happen, or just waiting for an answer instead of trying to find it, or being upset at how slow it's taking, you know. We have the Lovers. So it also could be a big decision in your life, or it could, you know, be someone that you were very connected to, that you are becoming more spiritually connected to, but also waiting for an answer, or waiting for it to blossom instead of rushing the process. Leo rules romance, it rules creativity, and we know in order to create life here in this domain, sex is a part of that. Being connected to someone is a part of that. And I feel as though your understanding of romance and your understanding of how you love people, especially if you have Venus in Leo, that is definitely showing up here. It's showing that you're understanding patience, you're understanding the art of letting love blossom, if that makes sense. I for some reason I'm comparing or seeing like an image of a rose like blossoming, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's how you're understanding love at this time. So love right now is a very delicate issue for you right now. I think it is very good. I just think that you're understanding the subtle beauty of letting it linger and letting it grow on its own, instead of just full force, you know, being in love. So I hope that it's making sense to you. I feel like some of you are reading poetry or something like that. In true Leo form, I think when you're to yourself and you're thinking about all of this, it's a really dramatic type of energy, but you're not showing it, you're feeling it. So instead of you just being like this bold, like, oh my gosh, I'm in love, like, you're not doing that, but whatever you're partaking in, whether it's poetry or just thinking, or maybe you're a writer or something like that, I feel like you're expressing yourself, or you're reading stuff that's matching how you feel about love. But it's not the surface level love. It's like actually understanding what love is, and understanding what it means to you specifically, and finding someone that matches that. So yeah, this Ten of Cups is also showing that you do have a lot of beautiful love here in your life. You are happy. The Chariot. Okay, so I feel like there's something that's been going pretty fast, like yeah, Two of Cups. So there's something you're waiting for, or you're headed towards this love that you've been waiting for, and it's speeding up, and I feel like you can feel it. You can feel that your happiness, your true happiness, is coming towards you, or you're going towards it. So this is a very big moment for you. I don't know if you realize that, because the energy feels so soft and comfortable, but the rate of how fast it's coming at you is like a bullet, and I don't even think you realize that. So it's almost like Cupid is about to hit you, and I feel like you feel it, but you just don't realize that that's what it is. But that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. So wow, okay, so like I said, it could be a Pisces, or it doesn't have to be a Pisces, because we're the Prince of Cups. So that means it's just an offer of kindness, or maybe it's the way that someone smiles at you, or maybe it's someone that calls you and say, hey, like, you want to go out, or maybe it's just they check and see how your day is going, and they actually care how it's going. So, you know, however that comes about, I feel like this love is so, the energy is so fresh and happy, even if it's been something in your life for a long time or not. I feel like it's just revamped itself somehow. I feel like some of you gave up on love at one point too. I think you kind of had this understanding that love is, you know, it only lasts for a little bit amount of time. But I feel like the situation is showing you something different. Like, people can change, or people do feel the same way about love that you do. People do value you the way that you want to be valued, and vice versa. I do feel like someone wants to offer you, you know, a long-term situation. It does deal with your lifestyle. So they want to kind of paint a picture for you. Like, you know, it could be this way if you know, leave everything behind, or if you stop thinking that it's going to be so bad or whatever. Like, things are different, or I want to show you that life can be different. So you have someone like that, like a Casanova, or... And I feel like, you know, that sounds like it's not a good thing, but I feel like they just have like Capricorn energy or something, because we have the Temptation card here. It's almost like they just know what to say to make you think on a different level, or imagine that things can be different. So that's what I see here. But in order for this to happen, there's so many things that have to change in your life. And I think that's where the courage is going to have to come in. So you would have to put your pride aside, and you would have to accept the offer. You would have to be a little bit more soft with this person, I think. I think you would have to show who's behind the lion. You know, show the mind of the lion. Everyone looks at lions and, you know, they see this massive animal and they see the mane and all of that stuff, and very rarely does anyone ever think or ask, what does that lion think about, or why does the lion act the way that it does? And I feel like this person wants to understand that. And so that's going to take you offering yourself on a vulnerable level. And for some Leos, that's very scary. That's why we're, you know, the queen and king of the zodiac, because things may look a certain way to some people that are not Leos, but getting to know a Leo is like, it's a lot of things that are not shown, you know, because we have this pride about us that we don't want to be shown, or we don't want people to know, or we feel like people just won't understand, and we hate being misunderstood. So we show ourselves as royalty, you know what I mean, or we hold our head up high even when we're at the lowest of lows. And for some reason, this person, it wants to know. They want to kind of dissect the mindset of you and how you think, why you are the way that you are. And that's going to be a new journey for you. But I think once you step into that, you're going to be a lot more happy, because that's what you truly want. You truly want someone to know you. You want them to accept and love you. But to do that, you have to allow them to get to know you. So let's see what the outcome of the situation will be. King of Swords. So I think you will be too logical about this during Libra season. I think maybe towards Scorpio season, which is so after October 23rd, I think you will start to be a little bit more relaxed. But during this time, up until the 23rd of October, you're going to have a hard time. You know, just being open emotionally. I think there would be a lot of conversation. And you know what's interesting? I think the person that you're talking to or having these conversations with, they're examining even how you're having these conversations. Even when you think your guard is up, they're still examining how you are, because they're just that intrigued, and they just want to know why. They want to get to the bottom of it. I think they do care. Let's see, even after they get past the wall, you know, that you have built up, they're still Princess of Swords. So then there comes all of this, you know, communication and chatter about, well, why do you think, you know, questioning, why do you think this happened, and how do you feel about that? And it's almost like, you know, a therapy session. But I think it's needed, because I think they see how closed off you are, and I think that it's going to make you think, you know, about how you portray yourself as well. But on top of all of that, I see that this is a new journey for you that will lead to happiness, okay? So it's not going to end bad, but I think it's going to be a process, honey. But that, to you, I feel like that's going to show you how much they care, because they're going through this process of you understanding yourself. And they're the one who's sparking it, really, to get you to understand who you are. Or just to, you know, have you ever asked yourself certain questions or thought about it? And for a lot of Leos, the answer is no, because you got to keep moving forward. You don't have time to focus on the shitty things. You got to focus on what you want to happen in the future. So I think them examining you and understanding you and like really wanting to know who's behind the lion's mane is what's going to show to you and be proof for you that they do love you and that they do have interest deeper than just how you look. So yeah, that's your reading, Leo. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, and I'll see you in your next one.